Looking for a tough, hardened and virtually scratch-proof watch? Let's take a look at the Vesuviate Volare GMT. Alright, so let's start with the build quality of the Vesuviate Volare GMT, and I'm pleased to report that the build quality of the Vesuviate Volare is simply stellar. So firstly, the Volare uses a dome sapphire crystal. As mentioned numerous times in my previous reviews, I'm a huge advocate of sapphire crystal due to its inherent scratch resisting properties. I always look for sapphire crystal in my modern watches, and it really adds greatly to the watch's durability. There's also 5 layers of anti-reflective coating, so you don't really have to worry about getting any unwanted reflections. You can see here, not much unwanted reflections here. In addition, the Volare also possesses a water resistance rating of 200 meters, mostly due to its screw down crown, which renders it more than capable of surviving most everyday activities. You can bring this to the beach, you can go swim with it in the sea, no issues at all. Now flipping this over to the back, you can see here that through this red tinted exhibition case back, you can see that powering it is actually the Seiko NH34A, which is essentially the Seiko NH35 for GMT complication. It's also the movement that powers the wildly popular Seiko 5 GMT series. Due to the similarities with the Seiko NH35, the specs are similar: 41 hours of power reserve, 21,600 beats per hour, 24 joules, and accuracy of about -20 plus 40 seconds per day. It also has a dial shock production system, but it's not a true GMT, meaning that the 24 hours hand is independently adjustable instead of the local hour hand, like for example in a Rolex Master GMT2. So as you can see here, this is the 24-hour hand that is independently adjustable, not the local hour hand. This makes it more appropriate for those who simply want to keep track of another time zone instead of like a frequent flyer, who often changes time zones. Still, it's good enough, I think. I don't really see, most of us, we're not traveling city to city, country to country every week, so I don't think this would be an issue. I also like that the movement is visible through this exhibition case back. I like that there's exhibition case back to begin with, which often is not the case with two watches. Vesuviate tells me that the red tint was mostly due to them want to add a bit of intrigue into the otherwise pedestrian movement. And it took them actually a couple of tries to nail like the correct translucency of the tint. I personally don't mind it. I mean, it's not a decorated movement anyway, so I think it's a good compromise. However, my favorite aspect of the Volare has to be this bracelet. Now, this bracelet is built from solid links. Most bracelets at this price point, including Seiko, use hollow links by comparison. And this bracelet really has an over-engineered clasp that has a diverse extension. So let's see, there you go. There's a diverse extension here. Now, this bracelet is genuinely the best bracelet they've encountered at this 500 Singapore dollars price point, and it's not even close. So I let a fellow watch enthusiast handle this for a bit, and he remarked that the bracelet felt as well made as the one on his Rolex Submariner. I know this sounds like exaggeration, but I swear it's really that good. Another feature that sets the Volare apart from most watches at this price point is a case-hardened thermos chemical treatment. So the treatment is called ion nitride-ing, I probably butchered the pronunciation, which transform the fundamental properties of various alloys by diffusing nitrogen on their surfaces during heat treatment. So a key benefit is a significant increase in hardness, and the Volare's case and bracelet is actually rated at 1100 Vickers. In other words, the watch is practically scratch proof. You can see I've been wearing this for like a month and there's no scratches on it at all. I tried to scratch the bracelet with a pair of scissors, a pair of pen knives, and the bracelet really escaped, practically unscathed. Notably, this process is different from the usual coating processes like DLC and PVD, where a thin layer is applied over the metal, potentially leading to flaking over time or inadequate adhesion to the substrate. In other words, the heat treatment of this Volare will last and won't erode substantially over time. Alright, I'm actually a bit scared of this, but I decided to really show it to you guys how scratch resistant the watch is. I hope the owner of the brand doesn't mind it. So you can see the case here. Here I have like a usual pair of scissors. I'm trying to scratch it as hard as I can. You can really hear me trying to scratch it. I'm not like just slightly brushing it through it. And you can see this is a polished surface on the case side as well. And there you go. Yeah, it's practically, you don't see any scratches. It's practically very scratch resistant. Again, yeah, it looks almost like new. You don't really see any scratches here. So yeah, I guess the case hiding treatment really works. Alright, last but not least, the Volare also uses Swiss Superlim Nova BGW9 loom. All models have BGW9, but only this white variant has a full loom down and bezel. So I'll pop out a loom shot here. You can see for yourself in the photo, the watch glows like a lamp in the dark. My only knock is a dead wheel, which is unloomed. If dead wheel is loomed as well, that would be amazing. But all in all, I would say that the Vesuviate Volare GMT has the best build quality of any $500 watch I've reviewed. Its specifications are impeccable, right? You have sapphire crystal, you have a 200-meter water resistance rating, you have a Seiko NH4 GMT movement, you have a very solid metal bracelet, a case-hardened thermos chemical treatment, and even Swiss Superlim Nova. It really ticks all the boxes and then more. Highly impressive to say the least. Alright, now moving on to the design. The design is no slouch either, although perhaps we'll focus more on practicality than style. So the Volare actually comes in a couple of colorways. Some of them features a gradient dial. I'll pop up maybe one of my favorites here. But this model has a simple white dial due to the full loom nature. Yeah, as you can see, maybe I'll bring it a bit closer to the camera. There are also applied indices, which gives the dial some form of depth. I also like this scatterized GMT hand, which differentiates it from, of course, the regular hands. For the model, I do like the red lollipop second hand as well. It adds a pop of striking color and a bit of a vintage vibe. My only complaint is the painted nature of this light blue GMT hand pointer. I think it makes it look a bit cheap, but aside from that, I have no other complaints with the dial. Now, the Volare also features a two-tone bezel, of course made popular by the iconic Rolex GMT Master 2. On this model, the bezel is white and blue, which I believe is one of the more better and one of the more original colorways in the Volare lineup. There's also a 120 click bezel, and you can see here, very little play, very solid bezel that rotates very easily and feels very reassuring, right? So it also features a sapphire insert, and unlike most GMT bezel, it's actually unidirectional, like timing bezel. So no most GMT can turn it both ways. Here it's actually unidirectional, so you can't turn it back. The unidirectional nature is unconventional, but I actually appreciate it as it prevents the bezel from being adjusted accidentally. Now moving on to the case side, the Volare has a Submariner S faceted case with crown guards for added robustness. The crown is a screw down one, and it's actually signed, as you can see here, with the Vesuviate brand logo. The Rolex inspiration is further evident in this oyster style bracelet, which features alternating brush and polish finishing. Very nice touch. I think it's a very well finished bracelet, especially at this price point. Now let me put this on the wrist and show you guys how it wears. Alright, let me give you guys a slow wrist roll. There you go. So like the Submariner, the Volare has a 41mm case size. It actually wears smaller than expected, largely due to the short lugs. On my 6.75-inch wrist, the Volare hits a sweet spot with zero overhang. It's also relatively thin for a 2-watch, coming in at just 13.7mm thick, allowing the watch to slide underneath a shirt cuff with no issues. So if you're on a business trip, I think this is a viable option to be worn with like business wear as well. Alright, so to sum up, I really have deep respect for Vesuviate's brand mission, which is to offer robust watches that withstand the trials and tribulations of any adventure. To that end, I think the Volare GMT is a triumph. It genuinely is the best put together watch that I've seen at this $500 price point, with its heat-treated case and bracelet elevating it heads and shoulders above its competition. If you're looking for a no-nonsense GMT watch that won't break the bank, then you can't do much better than the Vesuviate Volare GMT. It's cheaper and also much more well-built than its competition like the Seiko 5 GMT, for example. I have no doubt that this watch will last me years. Alright, so those interested in purchasing from Vesuviate can use the promo code WASOSHIOK to enjoy 10% off on Vesuviate web store. After the promo code, the Vesuviate Volare GMT will cost only $382 USD, or about 500 Singapore dollars. That's genuinely a steal for a watch of this build quality. And as icing on the cake, the Volare even comes with this faux leather travel roll, so what's not to like? Okay, so that rounds up this review. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up, do subscribe to the channel for more of such watch reviews, leave a comment down below what you think of the Volare GMT, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao for now.